This one is going to be probably at least 16. I mean, I'm currently up, videos uploading. I'm up to 55. This is going to add in another 7 or 8. We'll say 8. And there's going to be at least another hour on top of that. So, yeah, this is probably the longest Let's Play I have done. But I bet you anything, BioShock Infinite is going to beat this out. I have this sneaky suspicion. Because it's probably really only about a 10, 12-hour game. But I want to take my time with it. I want to enjoy it to its fullest, and especially with you guys. So I'm going to be like looking in all the nooks and crannies and everything. There we go. Got to the door before it closed. And we had this interesting room here, trying to look around, figure out what's going on here. I still don't know what was up with that door there. I have no idea what was up with that door. Yeah, that's definitely one you want to run for. And here I am checking the distance, trying to figure out how big that jump is. Yeah, it's one you want to run and then grab. Yeah, and really this room is kind of, I mean, this is one room where you pretty much just leave. And I just noticed there's a switch over there. Why is there a switch over there? I have no idea. Anyways, here we have a save point. Thank God after that last room, right? Now we don't have to go through it ever again. And there's me not even paying attention. I swear, I thought it just dipped down just a little past that. I didn't realize it was going to be hiding a spike trap. Luckily, I had just saved, right? I mean, I know that's exactly what you guys are thinking. Thank God he just saved, so we don't have to go through that last room again. So here I am going up and just walking up and then jumping up. Okay, and then climbing. Ooh. I know, it's like, why is he going, ooh, he's climbing? I know, but still. He's climbing and water. Yay, water. Such a refreshing change of pace. And shotgun ammo, which I swim right past. Lara tends to do, I swim past it again. For some reason, Lara does not swim properly. Like, simply tapping the button barely moves her. Holding the button always makes her move further than you want to. Luckily, if you're close enough, she'll actually move right on top of it on her own. But that's only if you're close enough. And just watch this. I run straight past it. And it doesn't trip. The Jaws thing doesn't trigger until I'm past it. Now, unfortunately, you got one of these flying demon guys who knocks me right off into the lava. Now, this room will probably, or not probably, we will. This room will come back into like several different times. You kind of cross through it as you climb higher and higher up the pyramid or up Atlantis or whatever. I mean, I don't know why this level is actually called Atlantis, considering the fact that the entire setting for these 3 levels is Atlantis, and you're inside the Great Pyramid. But then again, the last level is called the Great Pyramid, so maybe they just decided when they split it up into 2 different levels that they didn't want to call it the same thing, or they couldn't figure out what they were going to call the last one or this one or whatever, so they just went, okay, it's set in Atlantis, let's call it Atlantis. It's kind of funny because it's not really what you think of when you think of the actual mythological Atlantis. I mean, the actual mythological Atlantis, you think of an actual true sunken city. Something hidden beneath the waves. Kind of like maybe, I don't know, Rapture from BioShock 1. Instead, you have this. Now, granted, this is kind of what you normally expect in terms of being more technologically advanced. I mean, you'll see that in the cutscene at the end of this level, but even so, yeah, I decided to pull out my shotgun to make quick work of that guy. Because I didn't want to have to try to deal with jumping back through that trap now that it's sprung. So that's definitely a jump you're going to want to back up for and then take a running leap and grab. But hey, there's more Uzi ammo, which we don't get the Uzis until I'd say about mid to 2/3 of the way through this level. I mean, you could get them a little bit earlier than this if you went to one of the secrets, but I didn't, and I didn't know how or whatnot. Yeah, I decided to swim around here, see if there were any items, and it paid off. I got a health pack. And here I am swimming over to the other side to see if there's something else over there. But nope, nothing. So up we go. And luckily there is a save point in this room, which is good. Here I am just searching the room, seeing if there's any items or anything, and trying to get over that save point to use it. Save points are really, really good to use in this game. I would not want to try to play through this game without ever using a save point. It would suck. Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, I just kind of accidentally pushed a little bit too far forward there. So I didn't grab the Uzi ammo. And I'm having a little bit of trouble getting back up on top. There we go. Now, the goal of this room is to flip the 3 switches you need to open these doors. Problem is, there are 5 switches in this room. And you don't know which ones are which. Because 3 switches open the doors. 2 switches release the monsters inside the big sphere things. We'll call them eggs, I guess. Excuse me. And I got lucky with that first one. And I got lucky with the second one. But the third switch I tried, which I figured would be fine and everything. I figured it was just the proper switch. Third switch I tried did not work. Ended up having the zombie guy. And here I am not even realizing at first that I was out of ammo. And then, oh, I already got the Uzis. Oh, that was at the end of the last set, duh. Idiot me. Okay, ignore what I said earlier about Uzis. You already saw me get those. For some reason I blanked and... See, this is what happens when you record 2 sets in a day. And you end up having to do a post-commentary on one of them. You forget things. See, that guy's going all slow, but now he's quick as a button. And he almost kills me. His explosion almost kills me. So I got the third door open, but I decided to pull the last switch just to see what would happen. I was thinking maybe it would open a secret or something. Instead, it released another one of those guys. And I decided to do the last switch as well. For some reason. And then I just decided, screw that guy. He can't follow me into the water. Now, I don't know what is up with the walls here. They look all mushy and everything. I guess it kind of fits the bioorganic feel for everything here. And I don't remember what... Oh, yeah, I do. I remember this room now. This room, it took me a little bit to figure out. See, you have to flip the switch to open the door. And then I decided to go ahead and get that. And as I was doing that, Boulder came by and blocked the exit. But I didn't know what was going on in this room at that point. I didn't realize that was the exit. So I decided to explore the room a little. And you can see where the boulder came from, right up here. And then you can go back behind the central mural thing, or whatever the hell it is. But there's nothing here. So then I go down the only path open to me, which I at that point assume is the actual exit to the room. And while it is an exit, it just takes us right back to the beginning of the room. Now you would think maybe at this point you're kind of screwed. But the thing is, when you leave that room, the trap resets itself. I don't know how it happens. I don't know if there's like little midgets or something that come out and roll the boulder right back up, but that's what happens there. The boulder gets reset. And at that point, I realized what you're supposed to do here. You have to pull the block out and push it against the wall. Because the boulder resets, but the block doesn't. So that next time you come into this room, again, I still don't know how that boulder resets. I don't know how it gets past the block this time to get back up to where it started. But the next time you enter the room, the boulder rolls down and gets stopped by the block so that you can get through to the exit of the room. So here we are going out and resetting the room. Gotta flip that switch to open that door. And now watch. See, boulder stopped. Worked like a charm. And so we go on to the next room, which brings us back to that central chamber. And here I am checking to see if there's any of those flying monsters, and yes, there is. But unfortunately, he kind of got stuck up there, and I couldn't shoot at him. There we go. Okay, trying to check this jump and line it up. There we go. And there's a save point. Which is pretty good. I mean, it's not terribly bad. I don't remember when the last save point was. But then we have this room here, which could be a bit of a trouble. And if there's one thing I've noticed, it's not necessarily that they give you save points after difficult points. They give you save points before them. But even this room really wasn't that hard once you figured it out. And I wanted to trigger that to clear out the room so I wasn't trying to deal with these guys while trying to figure out what to do in this room. And unfortunately, when they explode close to you, they damage you. So here I am just trying to take stock of this room, figure out what's going on. And I remember making comments on the what looks to be like the moving bits of the slopes over there, thinking, oh, wait a second. Those look like they might actually be flat enough to stand and walk on. And I decided to test it. And I was right. Somehow I don't quite think the gray parts would, the beige parts would be. But the pink ones were. So here we are picking up the items in this room. So a little bit of ammo and a health pack. My voice just cracked there. Partially because it's starting to get a little dry. And now we've got... this I think is why they gave you that save point a couple rooms back. Because this room is a bit tricky to figure out. And a bit tricky to do. The first thing you need to do is jump over to that ledge I'm pointing towards now. So you do this, everything's fine. But then you got that demon guy that you have to deal with. He doesn't show up till you get on that ledge, but he's easy to take care of. But then you got this triggers. And again, he's really not all that tough to take care of. You just gotta be careful that if he starts flying towards you, he doesn't knock you off the ledge you're currently on. Now you can hear a couple of the ground walkers. I think that's the actual term for them. I was calling them mummies earlier in the game. Mostly because I think we first started seeing them in Egypt and they were wrapped up like mummies.